Hey there, it's Phoenix and Maury. So, I wanted to actually discuss this because notice I don't say people's names. Now, you got some folks, and I just said this to my mom the other day. I said, some folks, when they get on there, they get to tagging people's names and doing all that extra stuff, putting people's phone numbers and all that kind of stuff on there. No. What I'm doing is really about putting stuff out there in perspective of learning and growing from some of the things that I'm going through. Not that ghetto stuff where I'm putting divorce decrees and all this up. No, 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 no. So understand today when I went to lunch with my sisters and my mother, this is the first time we've gotten to sit down with just us since my father has passed. And there's some interesting things that I was hearing at this lunch, I guess that have been going on with the family, where I'm like, who's trying to counsel you? I looked at my sister, I said, sweetie, that's the last person you need to be listening to right now. Trust me. Because this person has a whole lot of stuff going on where they can't even think straight through their own stuff. So I'm not quite sure why somebody thought they put her in the position where she'd call herself trying to counsel somebody. Don't do that. So get to say that to my sister, like, you can be buddy buddy with some family, but that doesn't mean they need to be trying to counsel. Okay. So one thing my sister said is my aunt said something about some girl code, and I said code. I said all that talk like that, girl code. I said street code and all that. I said this is called life. It's called being life savvy. So you kind of learn those codes as easy as it is to throw it out there and all that. God got jokes. He'll put you in situations where he's like, what code? What code? Did you say that again? Say that again? No. He will put you in situations and humble you to make you say, okay, I get it. I could see how somebody would end up in this situation. Or you don't even know God put that person in a situation so other things could start happening. That was the key. But what I made her do is stop and say, you in this place where you like, oh, well, I heard my aunt say that my mom broke a girl code. I said, girl, I said, you remember when I had to whoop your ass? I said, you broke two codes. I said, if you want to talk in that silly code talk, let's talk about it. I said, that time I jumped on you, two codes were broken. Sister code and parent code. Parent code, ladies, is if you with some boy, because that's what it is, until they have a household that they're providing for, that's a boy. I say you have boys that get into some of these girls' heads, manipulate them to where they're now treating the parents like a bank per se, and forgetting the fact that they haven't paid a dime in rent. So this is me, the middle one. See, I crack jokes, but at the same time, that seriousness, when I say my dad, like, go get that middle one, she's not a rookie, I see things from all perspective. That's what I meant with that. So now I'm hearing this crap. I'm like, all right, so when I whooped your ass, you broke two codes. And then I broke it down to her. And I want people to understand, I don't want this to be seen as this whole ghetto. No, no, no. The way I handle stuff is mature. Because in that sense, even when I got in that fight, I will tell you straight up, I looked at her and I said, you're going to let him talk to your parents like that and treat your parents like this. So that's giving you an opportunity to handle your husband in regards to this. Now, people have to understand all the details. This is me trying to move and save money into my parents' house, but me being the one that still was going to be paying $600 a month, because I also felt like, yeah, I'm supposed to pay something. But you know why my mindset is like that? It's because I've been responsible since 2019, to where I was paying rent. I had to pay rent. You understand? So now you're dealing with a lot of these people, I don't know, generation, because my sister's only 7 years younger. But again, I'm looking at some people, I'm like, this makes no sense. So when I hear stuff about, oh, your mom all about money, I'm like, fool, you forgot you hadn't paid rent in a long time. And here I am, flesh and blood, trying to move in and save a little money, seeing that dynamic and me getting ready to pay rent. And then hearing you throw Bible verses left and right about head of household, it's not your household. So when I say, oh, she's back, I don't mean in the sense it's going to be fighting and all that. No, it's she's back. I'm breaking this stuff down to where you understand where the boundaries are going to stand, period. And see, my father is not here anymore. But him seeing me handle that situation, there's an awareness in a man that kind of clicked in, even though we don't have brothers, where it's like, I know that one right there. And at the end of the day, when it came down to it, I had to take that action and handle that. That's what I did. So I'm making everybody understand the whole history. You do forgive and forget, but not stupidly. And there's one thing I said, and my mother kind of looked like, you know what? I'm glad you worded like that. I said, I'm going to tell you something to my sister. I don't like so-and-so. Now, so-and-so in this case is her husband. I said, I don't hate him. I just don't like him. I said, now, do you know the difference between hating somebody and not liking them? Liking, I can get to like you if I see that you are handling some things right. Hate, you can't fix that. But when I say I don't like so and so, you can fix I don't like you through actions, not through this. Oh, this didn't work before. We know lies and lies and lies. Through action, you can fix that I don't like so and so. That's where we are now. Take care.